Yo, what's going on? Uh, Want to wish everybody a happy New Year, even though we like 4 days in already. But wish you a happy New Year and a good morning. If your morning started off rough, don't worry. I'm wishing it get better for you throughout the day. Um, I'm coming to you real quick with a video about being the best you. You know, I notice as a human race. I mean, it's been for years and decades, generations, but especially these days and time, a lot of people are afraid of being themselves. What I mean by that is when I say a lot of people is afraid of being themselves, you know, a lot of people live up to the standards that other people want them to live in, or they live in a way that they've been shown their whole life how to live, or they live in ways that they see other people do things. They kind of fall into the social norm, or what I'm saying. They kind of live per se a cliche life. If like take me for example, I just use me for example. You know, I'm a black guy. Clearly, I'm African American, but I love country music. I love the outdoors. I love off roading. I like lifted trucks. I mean, I love it all. I'm an American. That don't mean that I want to be a redneck or a white boy or nothing like that. I love being an African American, but I just like what I like. Just because I'm African American don't mean I got to be a thug. Just because I'm African American don't mean I gotta sag my pants and be a gangster and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be who you are. You got to be the best you. You know, a lot of people, we spend our whole life living up to other people's expectations for us, and we never achieve our own expectations or what God has for us. And that's why a lot of us, our mind is so misconstrued at times about which way we're going in life and what's our next move and what's the next step. What we should do with this, what we should do here. You know, when all you got to do is sit down and think about, what do you believe in? What do you want for yourself? What do you desire? What do you enjoy? What makes you feel good? You know, and it sounds so simple, but that's hard for like a lot of people to do. Like, the females, like I said, especially these days of time, the females feel like the only way to get attention is to get boob jobs and butt jobs. Get shots in their lip and get facial procedures. Guys, we got guys now that's trying to be just as pretty as the women, and by no means necessary. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself, but you don't have to. You don't have to. You don't have to disfigure your body to get attention or to be noticed or to be known. If you got dreams and you hanging around people, that don't see you for you and for who you are and the best you, when you know yourself, no matter if nobody else solidify, if you know yourself that you being the best you, and people around you don't see that, they don't embrace that, they feel like you got to be something else or do something else in order to in order to get their praise. Them the wrong people to be around. I'm telling you that now. People who really for you is gonna love you unconditionally, no matter what you look like, no matter how much money you make, no matter where you work, no matter what you drive. People who really for you is gonna be for you from A to Z, step for step, pound for pound. They're gonna be for you, in or out, up or down. People who are for you and really for you, you will know if you really sit back and pay attention. We got to get out of these clouds of worrying about how somebody else feel about us. We spend so much time worrying about what other people feel about us. We don't even sit back and think about how we feel about ourselves. Because a lot of times, if you don't know how you feel about yourself, you really ain't understanding how people really feel about you. Because you'll spend, a lot of people who don't know how they feel about themselves, They'll embrace people who don't mean them no well, and distance themselves from people who really in their corner. That's some heavy stuff right there. That's a mouthful right there. If I don't say nothing else, we embrace people who ain't worth a doggone to us, but we throw away people who right here in our corner because you're not being the best you. You're not really knowing what you got invested in yourself. What are you worth to yourself? Who are you to yourself? You got women out here that want to be wives, but they ain't living like a wife. You got men out here that want to be husbands, but they ain't getting the job and the career to take care of a family. They ain't living like a husband. You know, it's one thing to want something, but if you ain't going after what you want, you ain't being the best you. You ain't giving that fuel to that dream you say you got. You know, I'm being honest, I talked about for a while, man, I want to be a motivational speaker. Like, and that's my big dream, is to be a worldwide motivational speaker. You know, and I'm like, you know, I don't know where to start. I don't know how to start. But it seemed like the more I just practice at it, you know, just encouraging the person here, encouraging the person there, but being honest in my encouragement, not just saying words that sound good, it started fueling something in me that, man, okay, this is how I get started. You know, you just got to start somewhere. You know, every big thing started off in a small way. You know, and like I said a few minutes ago, if you hanging around people who don't encourage your dream, don't embrace your dream, don't support your dream, you need to get from around them people. They are toxic. That is poison to your future. Everybody that you talk to about what you want to do in life, what you want to be in life, and they find some type of reason or some type of excuse why you can't be that, close your mouth and get away from that person fast. I'm telling you. People who are really for you, they're going to encourage you. Even if they do see a bump in the road, they won't mention it. They're going to encourage you that you can get over it. We got to be the best you. We got to be the best us, per se. We got to love ourselves. If we don't love ourselves, it's hard for somebody to love you, because somebody can love you and you wouldn't even know how to embrace it. You wouldn't even know how to really accept it. You wouldn't even understand that it's real. This is some true stuff, man. You know, we got people out here, that, you know, that they feel like because they make a lot of money and stuff, you know, they make a lot of money, you know, they live good, which nothing's wrong with that. You know, they can look down on homeless people and people that's, you know, less fortunate. That ain't right, man. That's in another aspect of not being the best you, you know, because if they was being the best them, they would understand if they was in that situation and that person they looking down on had the money, would you want to be fed by that person? Would you want them to maybe, you know, buy you a hamburger or help you out with a hotel room, get you out the cold? I mean, that's just the type of stuff I think about. That's why I don't hang around a lot of people, because small-minded people will pull you down. You know, so I hang around people that got like minds like I do. You know, look at the bigger picture of things. You know, optimism is something that I strongly believe in. I can't stand a pessimistic person. Pessimism it's contagious. Because believe it or not, if you hang around with dogs, you get fleas. When you hang around with people with toxic mindsets, you become who you hang around. It's hard to be positive around negative people, toxic people, small thinking people. Be the best you. Hang around the best people that's like you. Hang around people that's trying to go where you go. Be the best you. Be the best you in every aspect of your life. When you get up and go to work, if you ain't got your own business, you working somebody else's job, work that job to capacity. I got people in my job and in my last job that told the boss they want me tested for speed because I work so fast. I said I can go take a drug test anytime, every day, on the spot. You can come test me while I'm at work. It's just I have ambition, I have drive, I know I got responsibility. I know this is not nothing I'm gonna be doing my whole life. But in order to achieve where I'm trying to go, I gotta work this thing right here to the best of my ability. I gotta master this. If you're a parent, parent your heart out to the best of your ability. If you're a husband or a wife, be the best husband or wife you can be. Do everything, be the best you, the best you. And if you know deep down inside that you're not giving yourself your best, that's something you need to fix. Don't look for somebody else to validate what you need to change or what you need to keep doing or what you can do better or what you're doing bad at. If you being the best you and you know what you see for yourself, you don't need nobody else to tell you about who you are, what you should look like, what you should drive, what you look good in, how you should dress. Because you the best you. And when you the best you can encourage others to be the best them. I'm going to leave y'all with that. I appreciate the support. Like, subscribe, share. I love y'all, man. Keep y'all head up. Keep your head up. This world going through a lot of things with these government shutdowns and these kids getting killed and stuff. We got to keep our head up. We got to stay motivated for life. And we got to continue to live our best life. Love everybody around you. Treat everybody like you want to be treated. Love everybody like you want to be loved. Understand everybody like you want to be understood. God bless y'all.